200 episodes. Can you believe it? I've made 200 episodes about bullshit trophies. Neither can I. That is crazy. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched these videos over the years, who have liked, commented, subscribed as a result of them, and just watched them, or even said they were shit. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the support that I've been given throughout these episodes, and I wouldn't have made as many if it wasn't for all the support of you guys, so thank you very much for watching them and for continuing to watch them. I really, really do appreciate it. It does spur me on to make even more content for you guys. So yeah, I guess cheers. Here's to another 200 episodes of that one bullshit PlayStation trophy. 200 more bullshit trophies. Oh God.
That one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
In order to celebrate the landmark 200th episode of the show, I wanted to do something that would both challenge me as a gamer and celebrate not only the show, but also my trophy hunting career. So I decided to look back through my giant trophy list to reflect on all the highs and lows of my platinum journeys to find that one ultimate trophy that really challenged me and pushed me to my absolute limits in order to unlock it. A true test of my gaming skill, if you will, and well, to be honest, there was really only ever one, and it belonged to a PS3 game called Vanquish. It is, of course, the Tactical Challenger trophy, which is hands down the hardest one I've ever unlocked, and, well,
for some dumb reason I thought it would be a good idea to try and get Vanquish Platinum once again.
No! God!
But this time on the PS4 version.
Please, no! No!
So that means I'm going to have to do all 6 of the tactical challenges again.
No!
And well, that's what this video is going to be about.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So yeah, wish me luck.
Oh, hell no!
in order to play these tactical challenges, you must first beat the game's story mode, as you will unlock a tactical challenge upon completing every single one of the game's 5 acts. Once you have beaten an act, you will get a notification, and if you go back to the title screen, you can then select the challenge option from the menu and start playing the challenges. So each of these challenges are essentially a combat arena where you'll face off against 5 separate waves of enemies. The goal is to simply survive and kill them all. The enemies range from simple grunts to bigger enemies and even bosses throughout the game. Everything you fight here is what you see in the story mode, just harder, and upon beating all 5 of those challenges, you'll then unlock a 6th, even harder challenge.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This single challenge is what makes the platinum difficulty for Vanquish a 9 out of 10, because it really is leagues above anything else in the game. So I hope you like this area, because you're going to be here for a long time and you're also going to die here an awful lot too. How unforgiving Challenge 6 is on the player can be best summed up in this short clip. Vanquish itself is fast-paced and frantic, but Challenge 6 just never lets up this high pace. You constantly got to be on the move, and one small mistake can end your run within a second, and it will all be over. That 15 to 20 minute session you just had for that one challenge is now for nothing. But I'm getting slightly ahead of myself here, because 1 to 5 are no joke either, so let's first recap those before we get to the dreaded Challenge 6. So first up is Challenge 1, obviously. So in Wave 1, or Round 1 of Challenge 1, a load of the red robots will spawn at the far end, and it's tempting to just rush in and try and machine gun them all because they are weak enemies, but they can stun lock you with all of their bullets flying around, so it's best to attack them with slow-mo from a distance. Round 2, I was going to say wave and round mixed together there, but round 2 spawns in some bigger enemies, and the best tactic with these is to just take them out up close with the shotgun. That works really well. Round 3 will spawn some more of your team as well as a load of bigger and smaller enemies. You'll get the ones that lunge at you and the ones with like the staffs, the bigger enemies. They're the ones you got to watch out for. Make sure you swap your bullets and weapons around and use that LFE gun to push them all away. In round 4, some Star Wars style walkers will appear, so you want to make sure you shoot out the red robots on top of them and then deal with the bigger enemies by using whatever's available. There's also a rocket in this area, so make sure you use that. Be aware at the start of round 5 you can easily get hit by a stray missile, so make sure you're in cover and be prepared because there's going to be one of the red bogies appear in this one, as well as some bigger enemies. So try and take out the other enemies first and then focus on the red bogey. Make sure you've always got cover and be aware when they throw their grenade thing to make sure you shoot it down. And if you can do that, you'll eventually beat that challenge. Challenge 2 is probably the easiest one out of the 6, even though it feels quite hectic because you're in a small confined area. At the start of the challenge you want to spam your grenades to blow up the red soldiers on the ground, and then you want to just roll around the room and take out all of the snipers that are on the balconies around the place before grabbing the rocket launcher before that round ends. At the start of round 2, throw some EMPs down to stun the enemies and then hit them with the rocket launcher, getting into cover and moving away if it gets a bit hectic, and then use the shotgun to take out the bigger robots and get up close to the gold smaller robots to knock them back with the shotgun. It works really well. The third wave, not much happens, so jump into the fourth. You want to make sure you take out that flying ship with the rocket launcher pretty much straight away, and then use the grenades and stun grenades that you have to pin down enemies and then hit them with the rocket launcher. In round 5 there should be a load of upgrades on the floor now, so we can freely use the rockets to take out the gold enemies on the ground as well as the bigger enemies. So just keep picking up the upgrades with the rocket launcher selected when you run out of ammo and just use that on all the enemies to easily take them out, making sure to avoid that scorpion's tail so you don't almost get killed. Take out any stragglers with the machine gun, and then once you've done that, that challenge is done. Challenge 3 is definitely harder than Challenge 2, so if like me you're having a bit of a hard time on this one and dying a lot at the start, don't worry, because the start really is mad, especially with those blue robot enemies that sort of jump and lunge towards you. They can just come out of nowhere and really take down your health fast. So the best bit of advice is to just charge forward at the start and throw down some grenades to hopefully take out a few. If need be, retreat backwards and just take out anyone that comes to chase you, but be aware of any that might sneak up behind you. Just be sure you get them, go into slow-mo if you need to, and throw down some EMPs. Another problem with this challenge is these ball enemies, and we'll see them a lot in the final challenge. Be sure to pick up the rocket launcher before round 2 starts, and then throw some grenades and rockets into the spawn points to try and take out as many enemies as you can as soon as they spawn. There'll be 3 spawn points here, each with a walker and a load of smaller robots, so use the rockets and the upgrade to restore the ammo in that rocket to take this out quickly and beat this round fairly fast. In round 3 we get more blue robots that are going to hurtle towards us, as well as this driller one, so we want to use the rockets and the upgrades that we can find littered around from the dead enemies to restore our rocket ammo and just take them out with those when we can. If you don't want to use the rockets, the shotgun is really effective as well, because you can kind of just stun lock these big drill robots until they die. Round 4 is much of the same, using the EMP grenades to stun and freeze enemies, and then use the rockets to take them out. The balls are probably your first priority here that you want to just get rid of, because Unknown, the boss, is quite easy. Just don't let it get close to you because it will instantly kill you. Use the rockets and replenish your rocket ammo to take out Unknown really quickly. The 5th and final round of this challenge spawns in the big buzzard enemy. This is a slow but powerful enemy that you just want to keep your distance from. Always have a bit of cover to hide behind when it does its laser attacks, and then just kill it with the rockets and machine guns if you run out of rockets, and then that'll be that challenge done. Challenge 4 is actually one of the more tougher ones, mainly due to the 5th and final round where you have to fight off against Crystal Viper, some rocket launching robots, as well as some smaller ones and a flamethrower wielding one. that are all in this really narrow bit of the woodlands. It's such a cramped area that you can easily get taken out and killed within the first 10 to 20 seconds of this round starting. So much will just come at you right at the beginning, and if you don't know what exactly you want to take out first, you'll easily get swarmed and end up getting killed. Either the Crystal Viper will come up and hit you, or one of the many other enemies will end up hitting you. So as for the other rounds, well, they're actually easy because there's quite a few tricks you could do on this one. At the start of round 1, it's best to just avoid all the enemies and charge right past them until you get to the far end of the map, and then just hide behind this rock here. You can now just stay here for the next 2 rounds and just use this as cover to take out all of the enemies, just popping out when you need to and using grenades to stun anyone that may happen to come round or spawn in, like you can see here, and then just take them out with the nearby LFE gun to easily kill a big group of enemies all at once. Then you just want to keep using the cover and just popping out to take damage to the big enemies until eventually they're all dead, and then you can move on to round 3, where here you mainly just need to worry about this flying drone ship thing that goes overhead. Take that out first, then you've just got a couple of ground grunts before fighting off against Unknown again, but this is the same fight as before and we've already done it, so you can easily get past Unknown and then move on to round 4, where we have to go off against a tank, which seems a bit scary at first, but all you need to do is wait by the spawn area and then lob the EMP grenades to take out those flying ships. They'll easily get killed with the EMP grenade. Then hug this tree on the left and just stay here, take out all the red soldiers, and then just attack the tank from here until it can't really do much, until you've taken out the turret things, and then just kill it and finish it off for a nice easy kill with the tank. Now round 5, we need the rocket launcher here, and we need to just pray at this point. Throw as many EMP grenades as you can and then take out the guy with the rocket on the left. It won't kill him, but it will do enough damage to then follow it up with a second shot, and you need to do all of this really quickly because, as you can see, some blue enemies are coming towards us, as well as the Crystal Viper boss and this guy over there on the ledge who will fire a rocket that can easily just wipe you out. This is just an absolute crazy bit of this mission, and it's just so frustrating to just die cheaply here because this section just feels bullshit, absolutely bullshit, which is why I'm showing you a lot more of it than I would normally, because this is just a nightmare. This is where you'll easily die every time on challenge 4. You'll piss through all of the other rounds, and this will be where you'll just come unstuck constantly because, like I say, there's so many ways to die, and while you can rush towards the other end of this narrow corridor, you more than likely will get swarmed, and as soon as you kill some of the bigger enemies, the game has the cheat to spawn in even more of them, so just push them away with the LFE gun and hope that you can take them out. Once it's just you and Crystal Viper, it becomes a lot easier, as you can just stun lock him with the EMP grenades and then just shoot him until he's dead. But yeah, this is a tough challenge, and one that definitely starts to reek of bullshit.
Oh yeah, got it. Fucking done it.
Opposite to challenge 4, challenge 5 starts off really bullshit and then gets easier as you progress, because as soon as this challenge starts you need to throw an EMP grenade to stop a bunch of red soldiers just jumping on you and ambushing you. And to make matters worse, there's 2 ships that are flying past the window outside this room that you're in that all have gun-toting red soldiers shooting at you as well. So it's a really hectic and horrible start to a challenge that will often find you just hitting the automatic slowdown and red screen, or worse still, just dying outright. But if you can get past that bullshit, the rest of it isn't too bad. Round 2 appears when you go down into the lower floor of this building, and here you'll have some of those wall enemies, as well as some more enemies on little drone ships flying past to try and hit you, so just watch out for those. But this round is a bit more forgiving than the first one, even though these enemies are technically harder. We then have round 3, which takes place on the bridge, and after killing some blue soldiers, a buzzard enemy then spawns. And you might be thinking this is a tough fight, but you can easily just stun lock this with EMPs and then do the slide kick and just hit it with the machine gun or the heavy machine gun. And if you repeat that process multiple times, the buzzard won't give you any trouble whatsoever. So now it's on to round 4, which takes place a bit further on in this area, where we have a load of those drill enemies, but you might not have a shotgun to easily take them out, so again you want to use the EMP grenades to stun the enemies, and then just use whatever you happen to have. I just used the heavy machine gun, and that was pretty effective. Once they're dead, we're on to round 5, and you want to make sure you open this door to this control room, as there's 2 turrets on here that may come in handy. But the main thing you want to do first, before you fight the big Argus core thing, is to take out all the snipers on the walkways in the area you were just fighting in, because if they hit you, they can easily cake you out and kill you. Once you've done that, you want to just hit the glowing weak points on the big robot's body, and that'll cause him to then fall onto the floor, where you can then go round to him and shoot the centre of him with a rocket to do a lot of damage, and make sure you take out any snipers that you may have missed before they end up killing you. And basically that's it. You just repeat that for the rest of the Argus Core boss fight. So it really is one that gets easier the further you get into it, in my opinion, but it's still bullshit.
Challenge 6. This is it. I'm finally back in hell, trying to beat Tactical Challenge 6 in Vanquish for a trophy. My god, I never thought I would be here again, especially so soon, because I got to this challenge after just a couple of nights of playing the game and doing the challenges. I actually breezed through it a lot quicker than I thought I would, and well, at this point in the video, I'm just going to show you some of my initial attempts at Challenge 6, and you can instantly see how far I was getting pretty much right away. As you can see, pretty much right away, I was getting to rounds 4 and 5 without much effort at all, yet on the PS3 version, it took me days, hours upon hours of practice to make it consistently to the 4th and 5th rounds. So what has changed since then? Because I haven't been playing Vanquish constantly since then. In fact, I haven't touched it at all since then. So what's changed? Well, at this point in the video, I kind of do need to reveal a secret that, if you've been watching closely, you may have already picked up on. You see, this time around, I learnt of a special trick, or rather a glitch in Vanquish, that can make these challenges an absolute cakewalk. And annoyingly, it was also in this version of the game. I just didn't know about it back at that point. So, unfortunately, when I did it on this one, I had to do it the legit hard way, which is really annoying looking back at it now, when I could have just breezed through it like this with this glitch. So, the trick to this challenge, and all the other challenges, is to use the infinite EMP grenade glitch. So, basically, all you need to do is throw all 3 of your EMP grenades so you've run out, and then always have your grenades with you. So at least if you have 1, you can do the glitch, but it's best to try and keep 3 for as long as possible. So you select the grenade and then go to throw it, and then as Sam's throwing it, you switch to the empty EMP grenade, and it will still throw the grenade, but then it turns into an EMP grenade, allowing you to just spam infinite EMP grenades, which will stun every single enemy in the area pretty much. So you're free to just spam them and then shoot the enemies while they're stunned, and then follow it up with even more EMP grenades. And doing that, honestly, turned this 9 out of 10 platinum difficulty into like a 4 or 5 out of 10 difficulty. It's made it go from the hardest trophy and hardest platinum I've ever earned to one of the easiest in one foul swoop. And when I started this video and this challenge, I didn't know about this glitch and I wasn't expecting it. I thought I'd have to work for ages just practicing this over and over again. So this is kind of like a pleasant surprise almost. And yeah, it is cheating, but I've suffered this and I've beat it legit back on PS3. So I deserve this as a reward. So yeah, here we are with some clips showing you the abusive EMP grenade glitch that just makes a cakewalk of this challenge. Enjoy. And there you have it, everybody. The Gold Tactical Challenger Trophy is now really, really easy with that glitch. And if you were like me and had played this back in PS3 back in the day, and you were really struggling on it, and maybe you actually did give up and didn't manage to get it, or maybe you played the PS4 version and you didn't manage to get this gold trophy, please, if you're watching this video, go back and give it a try, because this gold trophy is a piece of cake now. It is so much easier just doing this spamming of the EMP grenades. It completely breaks these challenges. And in a way, I'm kind of happy that I don't have to suffer it, because I allowed myself 2 weekends where I was free that I planned to play this and just constantly grind it out and do it. But I did it within the first weekend's session, I think. So I had lots of other free time to go and play different games, so I was happy for that respect. But in a way, I was kind of missing the challenge aspect of it and the feeling of like that accomplishment of beating it. But to be honest, I've already done that. I did it back on PS3. So making it easier in doing this video, I still think it was worth it, because it made this cool little video about it and how a gold trophy can go from being a 9 out of 10 difficulty to like a 4 or 5 out of 10 just through one simple admission of the developer not thinking to stop you from switching grenades when you throw them. But you know what? I'm glad they didn't think of that, because it saved me a lot of pain and a lot of hassle and a lot of tears trying to go for this trophy again on PS4. So hopefully you aren't too disappointed with the outcome of this video. I still think it's cool, and I still think it was a cool story to tell. I mean, when I originally unlocked it, I remember standing up in the middle of the living room, staring at the TV mounted on the wall, just staring at the screen in silence when I beat it, waiting for that trophy to pop. And then when it did, I laughed out loud. I was so relieved, and I was crying tears of joy that it was just over. And then this time round, I sat there in silence watching the screen, and then when the trophy dinged on the stats screen, again I laughed out loud because of how easy I just made it for myself with that glitch. So yeah, there's a bit of similarities there. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching this special 200th episode of That One Bullshit PlayStation Trophy, and thank you for watching all of them. I really appreciate it. I know I said it at the start, but I'm going to say it again now. Thank you very much. I love all of you. Cheers. So I guess all that's left to do is give the Tactical Challenge Trophy in Vanquish on PS3 and PS4 a new bullshit trophy rating of...
Alright, here we go. Let's go! Oh, shit! Shit! Oh, shit! Alright, hold on. I'll see if there's an... Oh, shit!